This video is going to help you identify the major muscles of the lower leg. The lower leg muscles can be divided into 4 compartments, and it's helpful to learn the muscles based on which compartment they're in, because when you start learning the nerve innervations and their arterial supply, the muscles in the same compartment will be supplied by the same nerves and arteries, so it's helpful to learn them that way. So let's start with the anterior compartment. So when we look at the front or anterior portion of the lower leg, you're going to see several muscles here. The one muscle that I want you to focus on for this class is right here. This is your tibialis anterior muscle. It's named such because it lies on the anterior surface of your tibia. So it starts up here and will insert down here on your foot. So that's the tibialis anterior muscle. Now let's move to the lateral compartment. The lateral compartment consists of a group of muscles that we call the peroneal muscles. Peroneal. You will also hear them referred to as the fibularis muscles. Either terminology is correct. The peroneal muscles are right here. And if you look closely, you will see that there are more than one tendon in there, and that's because there are 3 peroneal muscles. We are not going to differentiate them for this class. Just know this grouping of muscles collectively as either the peroneals or the fibularis muscles. Looking then the posterior side of the lower leg, there are actually 2 compartments in the posterior side. We have a superficial posterior compartment and we have a deep posterior compartment. The superior posterior compartment consists of several muscles, 2 of which you're going to learn in this class. The first is your large gastrocnemius muscle, and notice you have a medial and lateral head to your gastroc muscle. So that's your gastrocnemius. Deep to the gastrocnemius is a muscle called the soleus. You can begin to see the soleus muscle belly lying deep to the gastroc if you take a medial view of the lower leg, and also if you take a lateral view of the lower leg. You can begin to see parts of the soleus muscle. If we would remove one of the gastroc heads, you can see this muscle more fully. It's this right here. So again, that's the soleus. If we remove the full gastroc and soleus muscles, we now have a view of the deep posterior compartment of the lower leg. So these are the muscles that are lying very closely to the tibia on the posterior side. You can see there are several muscles here, but the one that I want you to learn for this class is the tibialis posterior. Remember, we had a tibialis anterior on the front side. We have a tibialis posterior on the back side, and that's this small muscle right in the middle here. You cannot see its full origin and insertion because it lies very deep to these other muscles, and it lies directly in the posterior side of the tibia. But you can see a small portion of its muscle belly right here, tibialis posterior.